time to study that word and to get what we need to live our best life. So y'all come on in. Faith to get your bounce back. It's time to get your bounce back. It's time to get excited again about your calling and all of that stuff and all the people that you're called to. It's time to get your zhuzh back, your it. So that you can be everything that God called you to be and do it with excellence and ease. You don't have time to be weary, too broke to be frustrated. You need to get it together. I'm talking to us today. Good morning. Hey, Talana. How are you, daughter? I love you so much. Hey, Latoya. How y'all doing? I thought about both of you this morning. Honestly, I did. I did. Y'all come on in, share the video. This is the day that the Lord has made. I choose to rejoice and be glad. It's a choice. I could worry about some stuff, ain't gonna help. So I've decided to rejoice and be glad in it. He has made me glad. He has made me glad. I will rejoice for he has made me glad. Y'all like that little Broadway spin on the voice. Hey, Lawanda, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Do me a favor. Let's go on a sharing frenzy right now. I'm going to show you how to get your bounce back. We talked about that yesterday, what you need to do to get your bounce back. And I'm going to give you some more practical ways to get excited again about purpose, to get excited again about your calling, to get excited again about what the Lord has called you to do. I need you listen, you need to be excited. You need to have momentum. You need to grow. Anything that's not growing is retarded. It's in a retarded state, like it's just not growing. And that's not what God, he calls us to be what? Fruitful and multiply, which means productive. And so productivity is a part of God's plan for your life. And if you don't feel productive, hey Michelle, if you don't feel productive, I'm gonna show you how to get productive. Okay, you got to get excited about your vision. You got to get excited and more productive in Jesus' name. All right, let's pray. Let's pray. Father, we do thank you and we give you glory and honor, for you alone are worthy to be praised. God, we thank you for our time together. We ask that you would bless us and bless us indeed, that you would bless the works of our hands, that you would cleanse us, God, from anything that's not like you. We cast down every imagination and everything that exalted itself against the knowledge of who you are and what you've called us to do. We bind up depression, distraction, frustration, everything that's coming against our assignment in Jesus' name. Amen. Say, I'm not frustrated. I said, say it. Say, I am not frustrated. I am not depressed. I am not aggravated. You said, well, Pastor Monica, that's how I feel. He never tell you to say how you feel. He did not. He said, let the weak say, I'm strong. Say, I'm strong. Say, I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. And I'm strong, though, but I'm strong. You looking at all the stuff that came against you, but you one tough cookie, though. You like a weeble. You might wobble, but you didn't fall. But did you die, though? But did you die, though? Like, that's a perspective that you're going to have to keep and you're going to have. But did you die, though? I didn't die in it. Hey, mommy. Hey, Toshiba. Hey, Crystal. But did you die, though? You know what I mean? Like, seriously. So you're going to have a perspective that now that I got another opportunity to knock the devil out. I got another opportunity to be who God called me to be and to be a threat to the kingdom of darkness. I'm sick of teeter-tottering. Stop it. Say my eyebrows are beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm sick and tired of teeter-tottering with purpose. I'm tired of just like getting started. I'm tired of just scratching the surface. And we get justified and we start feeling real good about ourselves because at least I got started. Okay, you getting started. You wrote the book, but nobody reading it. That's not no. And we're not happy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna stop clapping. I'm gonna stop clapping for people. I'm gonna stop clapping for people because you got started. Because you do too much with just getting started. Getting started is not enough. It's not enough. I'm gonna give you some practical ways. Um, so that we can get our bounce back. Now, yesterday, I'm going to review really quickly. Y'all know I don't like the review because I'll be preaching it all over again. But I'm not going to do that today. But we got to understand that you gotta do something to get your bounce back. You understand what I mean? You can't just hope and pray and just, you can hope and pray, but you go, faith without works is what? Dead. That's dead. You know what I mean? Like, you got to decide. I made a decision I'm going to get up today. I made a decision I'm going to be productive. I made a decision. I finished my book yesterday. Oh my God, it's so good. Seedology, like totally finished it. Listen, I made up. I made up in my mind. I made up in my mind that this is what I'm going to do. All right. So, let me get to my notes because I thought I had my notes from yesterday up. Um, but you gotta forget the past. I know that's the first one. You gotta forget the past. You gotta forget the past. Forgetting those things which are behind me, reaching forward to the things that are in front of me, I press. If you're gonna get your bounce back, you gotta forget about what happened that was unfavorable. Forget about how people didn't support. Forget about it. Just forget it. Forget. I gotta press with the mark because there's a prize at stake. Right. So number one, I gotta forget the past. Let's see who was listening because I don't have my notes right in front of me from yesterday. But I have to forget the past. Then I gotta forgive those people. I gotta forgive them people. Okay. I gotta forgive them people. All the he, she, this or it that hurt me, I gotta forgive them. You know what I mean? Some of you can't ride down certain streets, you can't listen to certain songs if you don't get somewhere and get healed, delivered, and set free. I'm freeing those people. They don't get to stay, even the people that betrayed me, how they don't get to stay rent free in my head while they moving on with their lives. I'm gonna forgive them because I can't afford to not be in forgiveness. I'm gonna need my prayers to go through. Okay. So we have to decide. It's a decision. It really is a decision based on unshakable convictions that God wants me to walk in love. I mean, the world loves people that love them and hate people that hate them. The difference, he said, we're going to know them because we love our enemies. We love those who despitefully use us and say all manner of evil against us. That's how you know you really a Christian. You really about that life when you doing that. You helped me yesterday. I'm back. Okay, that's the kind of talk I want. Crystal said I'm back, and she's back, and she's back. Hey, Lacey and Cheryl, and she's back, and she's back. I dare you say I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. And let me tell you something. You about to start in the greatest comeback story ever told. Period. It's not that the stuff didn't happen to you. You just triumphed over it. It's just that the end of the story had already been written, and you are the prevailer. You are the one that wins. Period. Dot dash thing. If you keep focused on the fact that I win, it can't end until I win. It can't end. It cannot end until I win. It ain't over until I've been crowned the victor. Period. So since that's the case, this is just meantime stuff. What do I do through meantime stuff? A lot of times it ain't really nothing to do. You done prayed, you done fasted, you done sold, all of that. It's like turbulence. What do you do when turbulence? Buckle up, ride it out. Period. It will be over. Sooner than later, it works in your favor. And it's turning around for you, around for you. This is sooner than later, sooner than later. I know the song says sooner or later. I get to say what I want to see till I see what I said. So I say sooner than later. Listen, if that's what I want to see, I say sooner than later, it works. It works. It works. It works. It works. It works. Sooner than later, that relationship works. Sooner than later, come on, y'all, your children and everybody work with good partnerships and all that kind of stuff. You better start talk out there. Now we've been watching basketball. All right, so I'm a basketball fanatic, and I love Jason Tatum. He was playing hurt yesterday. He first of all, him not having a good game is 25 points hurt. 25 points hurt, So I really do like Jason Tatum. As my husband says, he's Kobe-esque. However, they slaughtered the Sixers. It was a Boston massacre, so I feel some type of way. So I was betting against, not betting, but you know what I'm saying. I was like, I don't want the Celtics to win. First of all, Philly, okay, just salty. Okay, I felt some type of way, and I did not want them to win. And so, but Miami was, how you up 3-0? 3-0 and then and then a game 7, like it shouldn't be like that. It really shouldn't be like that. So my point is, but in order for them to win the game, they had to stop thinking about the last 3 games that they lost. Some of you keep rehearsing your L's. Like, how is that helpful? Listen to me. Look at me. How is that helpful? You rehearsing your losses. The relationship that didn't work. Now you're talking to somebody new and you rehearse. Oh my God, you're looking for signs. And no, you self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. You're going to a new ministry. Now you're like, oh, because my last pastor, but you don't go there no more. But you don't go there no more, but I'm not them. So like I told y'all yesterday, you not getting ready to make me pay for what your last church did. If I don't have to make you pay with what some of those trifling leaders did to me, then we all better be healed and move on. So we, no, seriously, not making light of it, but they could not go into that game. They were now, how you the most favorite to win, and now you're the least favorite to win on a game 7. I can't worry. You can't worry about the noise. And you in Boston, distractions, those clappers, okay? But what do you have to do when you're facing in life a game 7? What do you have to do when you're facing a situation where your back was against the wall and it looked as if it was over? He pulled it out, didn't he? You made a way. I can't focus on what's not. I can't focus on the 3 games that I lost because it's not helpful. Some of you are rehearsing your L's and it's not helpful. And it's showing up in your relationship, and it's showing up in your ministry, and it's showing up in your business, and you don't want to do things, and showing up in your look. Okay, you need to take care of yourself. Okay, not good look. All right. So come on, Sheba. Let's go to the game. Sheba, you want to go to the game? Let's go to the game. See, this is where I get distracted. But to Sheba, and I said to Christina, we needed to do this, the How to Be a Wife Academy. Let's go to the game, like just get Sixers geared up, like just super cute. Half of the time we'll be taking selfies, but the other half will be, paying attention. Huh? So, but live a little. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, because getting your bounce back has everything to do with self-care and taking care of yourself and having fun. Many of you can't be productive. It's not going to make sense to some of you. Many of you can't be productive, hey, Pastor Deidre, in your business or your ministry because you don't have no fun. What are you talking about, Pastor Monica? No, it's all a part of it. God gave us all things richly to enjoy. So many of you can't get your creative juices running because you won't go anywhere. God doesn't just speak in the box that you put him in when you're sitting in front of your computer. He can speak at a game. He can speak. I get inspired. I'm like, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that in my next conference. I see something. I remember going to Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas. Yes, I went to Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas. And Britney Spears was doing a residency there. And she had these different pictures of herself, whatever. And I was like, I'm going to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I take pictures. I got files in my phone, the stuff that inspire me. I remember doing a campaign for one of my schools, and it was like MD Anderson, the Cancer Center, and they crossed out cancer. And then I did a whole no lack campaign, and I crossed it out. Well, I got inspired just at the airport, looking at. I was like, oh, that's hot. You understand what I'm saying? You get out a little bit. Get out a little bit. I mean, Tashi, we're gonna be cute going to the game. Anyway, so let's talk about some practical ways. Did I talk about? I said you got to forget the past. You got to forgive those people. You got to forge towards the promises. The promises of God are yes. My response is amen. I get to have it. Amen. So be it. So I got to forge towards. It means I got to push myself towards. I don't always want to do it. I don't always want to do what I have to do, but I got to do what I got to do so I can get to where I want to go. Period. So I got to forge towards the promises. And everybody ain't going the same way. Stop trying to take dead weight. Lay aside every weight and the sin that easily besets you. You keep trying to take folk that don't want to go. You ever try, even a toddler, you ever try to pull a toddler that when they don't want to go somewhere, that dead weight, they just go limp, like, and you be like, oh, if you don't, I promise you, if you don't get up, like the girls are not going to do that. My girls are perfect. They will never do that to me. Wait till I see the video. Look at this, girls. Look at these people. They listen, a 2-year-old, it's hard to get them to do something against their will. And that's how some of you dragging 50, 60-year-old people places they don't want to go. I'm a coach and I can't take you where you don't want to go. You don't want to play, get out the game, get out, sit down somewhere. I'm not calling you, get dressed, because you're not even getting in the game. I'm not fighting with people to get their dreams. Pastor Deidre, let me talk to you. I'm not fighting with people to get their dreams off the ground. You want it, then you got to take the prescription that's given, period, dot, dash, the end. And see, many of you get started and stop because you do what you do with your amoxicillin. I'm leery of people when I don't feel well. I'm like, I got a tickle in my throat. Oh, you want some amoxicillin? First of all, you're not a doctor. So why do you have amoxicillin left over? Why do you have prescription drugs? Don't try to give me no prescription drugs. No, just take an amoxicillin. Why do you have it? The bottle itself says, take all of it. Take all of it, so you don't follow instructions. You're not prescribing me, and you don't even follow instructions. Nope. You understand what I'm saying? Like you got to understand. I'm following people this season with fruit. You don't have no fruit, I can't follow you. You don't have no level of manifestation. I can't follow you. And as a coach, I'm not going to try to make you have manifestation. You got to want it. You got to have the grit and grind to want it. You got to want it as bad as you want to breathe. And if that's not you, then I'm not the coach for you. If you don't want it like yesterday, if you don't feel overdue, I'm only called to the overdue. I'm only called to the overdue because you ain't going to do what I tell you to do if you ain't overdue. If you're not overdue, you're not going to do what I tell you to do. You're going to make excuses. And excuse is nothing but a lie wrapped up in a reason. And I'm tired of being around liars. I'm not doing. You said you wanted it. You said you want it. I don't care how much it costs. I don't care how much you got to do. You understand what I'm saying? People, believers are the most, listen, the cheapest people. And I'm not even talking about money per se. I'm including money. But finances, and you not willing to invest in yourself. You're not willing to put the time in. Athletes train grueling schedules so that they for their craft. Believers don't want to read, they don't want to pray. The Bible gives you everything. Listen to this, for pertaining, hey Lena, to life and godliness, everything richly to enjoy. Right? And you don't even want to read about the promises or do what it takes to get it. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm not fighting with you. Get out the game then. Get out. Get out. You said you wanted it. You said you wanted this. All right, I'm on the tangent right now because I just got frustrated. Y'all know I can frustrate myself. I was gonna say pissed, but in parts of the country, they don't like that word. All right, so let's talk about some practical ways to be more productive. One thing I am is your girl's productive. I designed a few more products last night. I had my team working on some stuff. I got 1,000 and million one gazillion projects at one time. Singapore is the greatest thing of my career. And I need to know, this is from me and my team. Those of you who are going with me to Singapore, if you are interested in going, I'm gonna tell you, like I told Talana, make a decision. And I want to speak to you personally. I want to speak to you personally. I'm taking, as did y'all see the pictures? Singapore. How we take the kingdom just taking over Singapore? Because the Lord told me to take people to. All right, Makia, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. I'm serious now, though. I'm serious now. You gotta be a superstar by Singapore. You know what I mean? So Toshiba going to Singapore. Okay, I need to talk to y'all personally. I want to speak to you. I God told me some things I've been leaving up to other people, and I gotta take. You gotta take. I want you to say, I gotta take my dreams personally. I gotta take my dreams personally. Crystal, I want to talk to you. You know what I mean? I want to. Listen. I've been working here. I'm in the Bahamas. I got a tour afterwards, right? Today, like I'm going on a tour of the island. Lynette, I want to talk to you. Um, and but I've been working on Singapore here. I'm working on so many projects, y'all. So many things. And it can get a bit frustrating and confusing. It can really get a little. Ronnie said, I'm going. I know you going. Ronnie said, first of all, I'm not playing with the Saints. Okay, Cheryl, I want to talk to you. Lena, I want to talk to you. You sure did. I want to talk to you. Um, y'all making me feel like I got backup. Don't make me feel like that. The worst thing in the world you could give somebody from Philly is back up. Now I'll be talking junk. Like I got my backup in a like what? Lisa, that I want to talk to you. Can I talk to you? I really want to know. So I'm working on a lot of things and it can get frustrating, y'all. It can get so frustrating. It can get so like I'm like every which way. One day I'm talking about this, one day I'm talking about that, one day I'm talking about this. And God said, I ain't confused though. I called you to it. Let me tell you something. I got a prophetic word for some of you. Can I say something? I got a prophetic word for some of you. I got a prophetic word for some of you. TikTok said, I'm going. Listen, I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. Um, I had so many projects at one time, and God told me, listen, here's what He told me. This is what He told me. Um, he had given me all of these projects. A girl from Vegas who I don't really talk to on a frequent basis. She said, "PM, I have a word for you. You know, can I?" And I felt let down. Everybody don't be calling me with no word because I be sniffing out prophets like, uh. So anyway, but I felt led to call her. I said, "You can call me." So she called me, and I had literally been praying about which one Ranice, you all in it. You all in it already. You all in it. You all in it. Which one I should shut down, Ranice? And I was serious, like, because I want to, first of all, I want to please God and I want to offer excellence in everything that I do. And I'm like, I just feel overwhelmed and da da da. And this girl doesn't talk to me. She doesn't really know me like that. And she called me. She said, PM, the Lord told me that you have been praying about which one of your babies to kill. Wait, what are you talking about? She said, the dreams and visions that you have and projects that you have are babies. And you've been asking him which one to kill. And he said, instead of asking which one to kill, he said, ask for nannies, and you need some nannies to help you with. And I'm like, I didn't look at it like that. Everything I'm doing is significant. PM University, her school of ministry, how to be a wife. It's real significant. And those people who are part of those groups, many of them said it saved my life. It saved my marriage. It said, what if I killed one of them? So the Lord told me, you got to increase your capacity. Stop trying to think about what you got to cut back and think about how you can do more. And I'll send help. Y'all, see, that was a word for y'all. That, come on, y'all. Ranice, we in the zone together. God is sending help. God is sending help. God is, my daughter, who's now a mother of multiples, like, it's a whole nother ball game. And they don't all sleep. I always thought they gonna sleep together, they gonna wake up together, they get hungry together, and they be like staggered tag team up. I was crying, now I'm the tag sister, you're it. You know, I'm just like, wait, what? And God said, I'm increasing your capacity. Well, she's starting to learn to maneuver that thing. I saw her one day. I said, what you doing? I said, where's Kennedy? She said, right here. Where's Kamari? Right here. So she was holding the bottle with the elbow with one. One was right here. I said, girl, you better work it. You will learn how to maneuver. You will learn how to maneuver multiple projects. You cannot ask God for more and you're overwhelmed with the little. You overwhelmed now. He won't put more on you than you're able to handle. You looking like you can't handle this. So God is sending. Now you're gonna have to listen to this. You're gonna have to let somebody help you though. You're gonna have to let somebody help you. If you're gonna stay and micromanage, then it ain't help. Then you could do it yourself. My daughter, when we go over there, she goes straight upstairs, take a shower, go. She ain't got to worry about the babies because if you're gonna stand over me, you might as well just do it. Go somewhere and sit down. Go get some sleep. So God is sending help. And let me tell you something. He's not just sending Abel. He's not just sending Abel. God is sending, no, rather, he's not just sending willing. He's not just sending will. He's sending willing and able. You're going to get some able help today. Because see, I always had people around me who said they would help me. But if you don't think like me, if you can't if I got to think about everything first and you just doing it, you just hands. I need some thinkers around me. You're gonna have to qualify your request, make your request known unto God and man. You're gonna have to. I'm so excited about my relationship coaches at the How to Be a Wife Academy. They are educated and stuff, and God is doing some amazing things in their lives. God is, he's sending me not just willing workers, but able. All right, so y'all received that word. Let's talk about some practical ways to increase your capacity and productivity. One, clarify your vision. Spend time reflecting on your goals and aspirations. Write down what you want to achieve, both short term and long term. Be specific and visualize the outcomes you desire. So, one of the things I have is something called a dump book, where I dump things out of my head. Some of y'all, you got so many things that go and I don't know, Lord, the Lord just downloaded something to me, Lacey. The Lord downloaded something. He says you're gonna have people, Lacey, to handle each I don't know the word I'm trying to use, sector of your company. So you're gonna have somebody that deals with Lacey Robertson, the speaker / entrepreneur guru. Somebody's gonna manage that part of it. Somebody's gonna manage the media portion of what you do. Somebody's gonna manage. You keep trying to. I'm going back to this help, y'all. Just help me, Dr. Pfizer. Y'all just bear with me. The help that you need is going to be specified help, and you're not going to make the mini yous. One of the dangers that I did when I brought people onto my team, I made them mini me. So I was all over the place, and they were extra hands and they were thinkers, but now they were in everything. No, now I'm gonna have somebody just in her, a whole team for that, a whole team for this, a whole team for that. We'll meet together, at our retreat, but other than that, they're this, and this. And so you gotta understand that you gotta see yourself as a CEO. And this is what people don't do. You are a manager of a business when you're in everyday day-to-day operations of a business. When you're in the day-to-day operations of a business, you're just a manager. A CEO don't be into all of that. That's why y'all be nervous when he coming. Oh, they doing the audit because Mr. Bill White is coming, and it's like Mr. Clark. Listen, y'all be trying to shut it down because the CEO is not into all of that. They come for the meetings. They come to solve problems. They come to, to organizing. So you're moving from being the chef operator of the store. You cook / let me wipe my hands off, take the money. That's too much. That's why you can't be as creative as you're trying to do too many jobs. And God said, I'm going to give you specified help. All right, let me go back to mine. Do y'all receive that specified help? I'm gonna have somebody that I got a team of people that just gonna work for PM, just PM. They ain't worried about her. They ain't worried about him. that's funny. They gonna worry about me. That's all they gonna worry about. They gonna be like, it's her car clean, it's her house straight, it's her, doctor's appointments, all of that kind of stuff. I need a team just to manage my life. Y'all can feel some type of way about it. If you did as much as I did, you would understand it too. I don't even be knowing where my phone charger is. Okay. And so God is sending me help to increase my capacity. God is sending me help. And you ain't got to be no pastor, apostle, first lady to get no help. I mean, celebrities got help. You understand what I'm saying? If your vision was big enough, you would see why you need help. The problem is you don't need help. Now you got me mad again. I'm mad all over again. The problem is people say that's what I'm talking. Them church people talking about they got people to serve them and no. Your problem is you ain't doing nothing big enough to need help. Why do you need help? I'm in this country and that country and this country and that country. I need some help. Why aren't you doing something big enough to need help? I declare in the name of Jesus that you increase the capacity of your vision, so you require help. And if you want to just fight with me, let's fight. Jesus is the rubric by which we govern ourselves in business and ministry, correct? Mm-hmm. Remember the bracelet? What would Jesus do? Mm-hmm. He would get a team. The first thing he did was assemble 12 people together to roll with him. He had a doctor, he had a lawyer, he had a tax account. Don't tell me about a team. Huh? Lena, I'll help you. You need a team. If you want to go out into the world and convince people that they can have whatever they say, if you want to go and show prayer, if you're going to have prayer teams, now Lena, just mess with me. You're going to have prayer revivals and you're going to have prayer boot camps and you're going to have all around the world. You don't think you're going to need some help? You need ambassadors around the world that's running your prayer camps. I'm just speaking vision in your life. You will need somebody, Lena, to run your products alone. Hundreds of products that's focused on prayer, that's focused on training, that's focused on, come on. We in the army of the Lord. We're the soldiers. I need a soldier. I need a soldier. What do you mean? It's just like increase your capacity to understand that God has more for you. I'm sorry. Let me get my life together. But you got to clarify your vision. Some of you can't catch no fish because your net is too wide. Teach Pastor Monica. Listen, it's not until I develop a niche, like I have, her is a niche market. It's not for everybody. You keep having big nets have big holes. So the fish keep slipping through because you keep trying to reach everybody. I just want to reach everybody. Well, you ain't called to everybody. Everybody's not going to listen to me. I'm too real and raw for the fake folk because they definitely ain't listening to me. You understand what I mean? And I get it. I'm only called to the overdue. The people who wanted it yesterday. That's the only people I'm called to. And so since I'm called to the overdue, I'm gonna say something to get them started. Right. PMs, PAs, right. Thank you, Crystal. So You understand what I mean? You clarify your vision. Who you called to? You might be called to pray, but pray for who? You can pray for everybody, but you may have a certain group of people that you feel called to, and then all of your ministry and all of your broadcasts and all of your TikToks and all of your posts and all of your hashtags will have to do with that. I want you to spend 30 seconds right now and say, Lord, speak to me about my niche. Speak to me. Speak to me about that thing that you've called me to do. Speak to me, Lord. Let it rise to the top. Let it rise to the top, that thing that I'm supposed to focus on. Focus, 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 focus on. Focus. I'm just supposed to focus on. Zoom in on. Yeah, you called to empower, but to empower who? You know what I mean? Like literally, like, is it to empower entrepreneurs? Is it to empower ministers? Is it who are you called to empower? Empowerment, that's such a broad term. Teach, that's such a broad term. Teach what subject? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I want you to find that thing so you can eat, breathe, and drink it. That when nobody else notices it, you zoom in on it. That's how I am. You ever get a car? You ain't never see that color before. All of a sudden, you get the car. Every other car seems like it's that color, and it's like, did they just make that car just because I got it? No, your senses are heightened because you now zeroed in on it. Teach, pastor. Zero in on your niche. And yes, that means you're going to lose some sales because some people ain't looking for that. But then you can be an expert in that to where everybody who's looking for that, they all come to me. I ain't got to be all over the place. I'm only thinking about that thing, that thing, that thing. That's all I'm thinking about. This one thing I do. 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 I empower here. I empower there. I empower everywhere I go. I'm empowerment. That's all I do. I eat, breathe, and drink empowerment. I listen to empowerment. I sing empowerment. I am empowerment. Period. You asked me to talk about the end times. What is it called? The end times, when they be talking about the horses and the horns. I read it, but God knows. I don't know. I don't want to be here. So, what they call it, y'all know what it's called. It begin with a C. I don't know. Don't call me for that. Empowerment, you can wake me up out of my sleep. I'll get the coal out of my eyes and brush my teeth, and I'm ready to go. I got 3 points in the clothes. What's up? How about your girl? Empowerment. That's me. That's who I am. That's what I do. It's what I do. Number one is clarify your vision. Y'all don't know that stuff either, because y'all ain't tell me what it was. Let me see what y'all say. Okay. Anyway, clarify your vision. Number two, now break it down into smaller, manageable goals and tasks. That makes it easier to track progress and provides a sense of accomplishment as you complete each step. I want to lose 100 pounds. Don't send me nothing talking about you don't need to lose 100 pounds. My husband said you're going to look like a bobblehead. I don't really care what you say. I'm going to stop when I want to stop, okay? But losing 1 pound or 2 pounds can get frustrating when you don't look at it in the right perspective. I'm going the right way. That's how I looked at it. 98 to go. 98 to go. 100 to seem to, but I could lose 10 pounds real quick. Now I'm not saying do this, y'all. I'm not no fitness expert, obviously. But I can lose 10 pounds real quick. I've done it. I can lose it real quick. First of all, you take a water pill, 2 water pills, and that's 5 pounds water weight. Just right, that's 5 pounds right there. That's half the battle. Just up my water intake or whatever. That's another 5 pounds. So now I lost 10 pounds just effortlessly. Now, while that is making sense to me, because I am going to do it, and I want to lose 100 pounds. Now, all I have to do is lose 10 pounds. Listen to this. 10 pounds is, you see how easily I said I can lose 10 pounds. And I was very confident in it. Like, I no sweat, no nothing. I ain't even talk about walking. Like, I could do that very easily. But all I have to do is lose 10 pounds 10 times. So 10 pounds didn't seem like a lot, but 100 seems like a whole lot. But 10 pounds does it. So if I lose my first 10 pounds, I only got 9 more to go. 9 more of doing that. 9 more of losing 10 pounds. Now, I mean, I know it seems, it's not easy, but it's simple. Simple and easy are 2 different things. I told you that before. Simple is 1, 2, 3, do this, this, and this. Stop eating, exercise, you will lose weight. That's very simple. It's just not always easy because I want to do something else. So when you do, and I've done it before, I've lost 93 pounds and I did look like a bobblehead. It's okay, but I could shop anywhere. Okay, I'm gonna put some pictures up. I was fine. Okay. And I don't have no self-esteem issues, so y'all don't need to send me no videos. But I still think you're beautiful too. Nobody, my cuteness was never in question. It's my size that I'm working on. So, Pastor Deidre, you don't get to talk in these conversations. I'm sorry. I don't mean to seem disrespectful, Pastor Deidre. Then people, when we talk about weight, you don't go. You don't have a go. You don't have a turn. I'm sorry. I love you though. But you don't go. You don't have a turn in this conversation. We talk about something else, the mysteries of God, you got to turn. But this is reserved. All right, let me get my life. Clarify your vision, break it down, break it down. Okay, so let me just kind of share with you one of my projects. I mean, Singapore. I got to get the people there. First of all, I had to settle on a place and I had to go back to negotiations. But I had negotiating power. Why? Because I had conferences all over the world. So I was able to say, well, this is what Dubai did. And so I'm like, come up. This is what, the Bahamas did. This is what, so they had history to go off of. So I had to secure a place. After securing the place and the contract was perfect, being perfect for what I want to do. I want to do this. I did the itinerary for a conference that's a year in advance. I had to because they have to provide the spacing for what I'm trying to do because I got some little stuff up my sleeves for Singapore. And so I had to share with them my vision of what I would do. So my vision had to be done a year in advance. That's before people register. Well, that's not true because Talana knows people have registered already. They registered in Dubai before I had a place. See, that's a following. When you got a following, when you got people that know your, listen to the worth and your work, people registered. We had 30, 40 people register for Singapore and I didn't have a place yet. Why? Because if she says she gonna do it, it's a done deal. It's if she says she's gonna do it, it's a done deal. Lacey, you should come and go with us to Singapore. Like, stop playing. Like, you should just come. I think you should teach a workshop. I'm just saying. I'm just put it out there. I mean, all she can say is yes. You see what I did there? All right. So anyway, all right. Clarify your vision. Number 2, break it down into small pieces. Um, create a plan. Create a plan. Create a plan. So now I had to devise a to-do list. So I have to prioritize. Now I got to get the folk there though. I got to get the folk there to pay for it. I got to pay for deposits. I got to pay for it. And it's much more expensive than Dubai. Not free. It's not going to be for y'all technically, but for me to host a conference there, it's more expensive. It's different. It's cool. Everybody going to Dubai. I mean, and I love it. We've done that. But we've been there and we've done that. And now we're going to Singapore. And so like we can recreate Crazy Rich Asians. And if you did not see that movie, you cannot be my friend. Okay. So fix it. Okay. It's on Netflix. If you don't watch Crazy Rich Asians, don't talk to me. Okay. All right. So we got to create a plan and then you got to follow it. Many of you create plans. That's all you do is plan. Some of you are strategists by nature. That's all you do is strategize. X's and O's, game plan. Get in the game. You studying the plays, studying the plays, studying the plays, studying the plays, study. Thank you, Tanika. There's some people on here that don't want to admit they have not seen it. And I don't even want to know who you are. Don't even reveal yourself to me. So clarify your vision. Number 2, break it down. Number 3, create a plan. Number 4, set expectations. Now, I'm going to seem like it's going to seem like an oxymoron, which is a seeming contradiction. I'm going to say set realistic expectations and unrealistic expectations. Hey, Minister Mining, set unrealistic. Y'all go with us again, Minister Mining. Y'all went to Dubai. It's only a few more hours. Set realistic and unrealistic expectations. Pastor Monica, what are you talking about? Set some goals that you can achieve. Like, I'm gonna finish the book by this time. I'm gonna get 100 copies. So that's realistic expectations. Then set some only God can do. Only God can do it. Only God can do it. Set some things that only God can do. He's ready to do exceeding abundant above all you're able to ask, think, or imagine. So I got some goals that I can achieve, and I got some goals that God, if you don't do it, it won't be done. And watch God work. Watch God work. I mean, seriously, he's going to blow your mind. Number 5, find inspiration. I am inspired by so many people. I'm so inspired by people, men and women, white, black, Asian, Christian, non-Christian. This is some people that just inspire me in business and ministry and find some. You can't be a hater and inspired though. You can't look at people and wish you secretly want that and all that kind of stuff. You got to come on, y'all. Get inspired. Get inspired. Get connected with people who inspire you. Get listen to somebody who motivates you and empowers you. I hope I do that for some of you. Motivate, empower you, and cause you to do to do so much more. All right. All right. The next one is and then I feel prophetic. I know it ain't prophetic Fridays, but I feel prophetic. So I'm getting ready to prophesy. That's what I'm gonna do. Find inspiration. Number 6 is take action. Avoid procrastination. Listen, the number one killer of the believer's dream is procrastination. The number one killer of the believer's dream is procrastination. You gonna do it. You gonna do. You sound like my kids. My kids always gonna do it. All right, I got you, mom. That's I got you. I got you. Then they don't got me because I go back to the room and I'm like, you still there? I got you, mom. Oh, my bad. My bad. My I got you is always followed by my bad. Take out the trash, son. Take it, put it. It's starting to smell. I want you to put it out in the garage. I got you. I already know that I'm gonna come back. Then when I come back before they do, it's like, mom, you. Now I'm nagging. And then when they leave the house and I go downstairs and the trash is still there, then I call and say, son, oh man, my bad. And then what do they follow up with? I got you. You don't got me. You told me you got me earlier and you didn't have me. I wasn't had. You didn't have me. So do it now when I say it so that do it now when I say it. Okay. So now let me just say something else. Procrastination, y'all ready for this one? Is the arrogant assumption that God has to wait on you until you're ready. First of all, who do you think you are? Procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God has to wait on you until you get good and ready. Why don't you tell him that? He tell you to do something, you say, wait until I'm good and ready. Some of you looking like, I'm not letting no lights fall on me. I'm not, you saying that, but your behavior is literally saying that. Your behavior is saying, wait. You telling the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, wait. I don't want to do it right now. And let me tell you something. Since I'm out here, I might as well finish with this. Partial obedience is total disobedience. God told you to do something, and if you keep making excuses as if He doesn't know, right? As if He doesn't know what you're going through. He called you. He called you. He said, "Before I formed you in my mother's womb, I knew you." So I knew what you would be going through. I knew what you're facing. He said, "I know what you're going to face," and yet I still called you. Don't let Him take His hands off you. Now, let me tell you something. It's one thing to be fired by man, but to be fired by God, He will listen. God will raise up an unqualified replacement in your place just to prove He's God. So now somebody can't hardly talk. They got your spine. You like, they don't even put a subject and predicate together, Lord. What? But you wouldn't say yes. You talk about what Kim Kardashian, and she does what? I don't understand. They're famous for no reason. They're famous because they stepped up to be famous, and you're secret, and you move in silence, and all that other church jargon that you said, and you won't get out there to go make His name famous and go and make disciples. She used what she had to get to where she had to go. No, I'm not suggesting you do that, but I'm saying you got the bomb in Gilead, but you're keeping it a secret. Okay, girl, you're teaching on this day, on this day. You literally could inspire young women, but you won't do it. Because I want to have a building one day. Okay, but you don't have a building right now, but it's a rec center around the corner, and they'll probably losing funding and don't have opportunities to build programs. So you can build a program, and there's supporters that will help support you. And no, those kids may not be able to pay $25 or $50 for your program, but people around the world will sponsor a kid for $50. Oh, ask me how I know. Because when you watch on Sunday mornings the Save the Children that you try to turn, and you like, I don't understand why they do that. They do that because people actually send money and for the cost of a cup of coffee a day. And let me tell you something, the money is not your issue. It's the vision, the lack of vision, because God has provision for your vision. I want to feed young people. There was a lady in Philly who used to feed young people because I didn't realize this, but people who on low income, when the kids weren't in school, that was a lot of their meal source. They was getting breakfast and lunch in school. So she took it upon herself. She would make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Or she would find out the supermarkets that would have turkey and ham on sale and make sandwiches and all of that kind of stuff. Now I don't know if it was legal because I'm thinking you probably should have some type of license. But the point is, the city started backing her because she took it upon herself. If you're really serious about vision, if you're really serious about what God called you to do, you're not going to use a building, a brick and mortar as excuse. Most things are virtual. Most things are pop-ups. What are you talking about? You want to feed the homeless, make it cuisine. Teach, Pastor Monica. Oh, y'all want to talk to me? Y'all want to talk to me? We have a ministry here, a Great Commission. Actually, the son-in-law is who's taking us on a tour. He has a tour company, and I'll do a whole video for him. But because I believe in supporting entrepreneurs, we partnered with them during one of the hurricanes, and they fed their homeless people. You know, the homeless people. They feed them every day, every single day, every day they feed the homeless. That's crazy to me. Like every day of the week they feed the homeless. And so they was like, so the daughter and son-in-law was eating. They said, "Well, we got to eat today." I said, "Y'all eat the same food." Now, don't judge me because I didn't know what they get. Like I thought they got soup and all. No, 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 no. They have fried chicken. They have peas and rice. They said no, 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 no. Mom and dad, when they set up this mission, they cooked the food that they wanted to eat, and farms and different things sow and food and produce so that they can have the freshest food so that they don't feed them less than. I said, "Oh yeah, I want to play." We tore that food up. Me and the workers tore it up. God, no, no, no. God, what you wanted? What's in your heart to do? What's in your heart to do that you're making excuses for? What's in your heart to do? Oh, I just got a heart for women 60 and older. Meet them at Starbucks. Meet them at Starbucks. Your ministry can start there. 5 people meeting you at Starbucks. Okay, we might not be able to get coffee because that's $1 million, but you understand? Stop making excuses to not produce. Am I messing with some of y'all? You saying yes? I'm messing. Okay, I'm messing with some of you. Good, good. You would be less depressed if you was more. Somebody write this down. You would be less depressed if you was more productive. Somebody write it down for me. You would be less depressed if you was more productive. You would be less depressed if you was more productive. I don't got time to be depressed. I'm too productive to be depressed. Money is not your issue. I dare you to type it like your money is not my issue. Money is not no, the creativity to get it is the issue. The creativity, because money ain't my issue. Why? Because I decided that it wasn't. I decided that money is not my issue. It's not going to be my excuse. If rappers and stuff and they can drink and smoke and do all that kind of stuff, I'm a child of God. No, I'm not using my voice to make it happen. Make it happen. I get to call in money. I get to speak those things that be not as though they already are. I get to do that. So if you don't have it, it's your fault. If you won't say it, it's your fault. You won't say. He said, "Say to the mountain of lack, be thou removed, and it has to obey me." Why won't you talk? Talk out there. Talk out there. Talk out there. Like I said, I'm a basketball enthusiast. And there were many times when my husband, he would have to explain to me because I didn't grow up like sports like, you know, and he would say to my boys when they were playing, "Talk out there." In other words, use what we've been training you. You got all these fancy plays that y'all be running in practice. Triangle, talk out there. You letting them come and take you off your game because you refuse to talk. The enemy comes in like a flood. God will lift up a standard. I'll talk out there. Devil, you cannot touch me. You can't harm me. I'm a no-fly zone for the devil. Why? Because the Bible says, "And nothing shall by any means harm me." I know how to talk back. My mom's on there to prove it. Don't do that, mommy. I know how to talk back. I know how to talk, but you will not get the last word. He doesn't. The devil don't get the last say. He don't get the last say. You, whatever you say, get thee behind me, Satan. You don't get to talk to me. I talk to my body. I tell it to line up. You don't have a right. Sickness doesn't have a right to come nigh me. Headache doesn't have a right to touch me. It don't have to be cancer. A headache you don't have a right to touch my head. You don't have a right to touch my body. Talk back. Why are you taking it when you can talk back? Huh? Why are you taking it and you can talk back? The minute you make a decision, my marriage is gonna be awesome. Somebody, your husband say something stupid, wife say something crazy. You like, what? I just made all these declarations. Talk back. Not today. Not today. I'm not even talking about to your husband. You're not. I'm not moved. Hey, man of God, would you like a sandwich? I'm not even falling for it. We getting too old to argue. We just look at each other and laugh. Be like, you just is crazy. I be cracking up. Like, what's wrong with you? Because that response did not match what just happened. Who hurt you? My husband be looking at me like, I'll be like, who hurt you? I'll be grabbing him. Who hurt you? Tell me who hurt you. Tell me who hurt you. He'd be like, Monica, get off of me. Next thing you know, he cracking up. Why? Because ain't nobody got time for that. Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Listen, who hurt you? Can you imagine being married to me? It's got to be funny, amusing, and annoying. Because I am not, when I make up in my mind I'm not doing it, guess what? It won't be done. And that could either work for you or against you. But it just, when I tell you I'm not doing it, ain't nobody. I'm too old to be fighting, you know. But I made a decision. I decided. Listen, I know we say I have decided to follow Jesus, no turning back. It ain't even nothing else I want to do. Talana, I tried to think of what else would I be doing. There's no other place and I'd rather be than to be in the Lord's side. It's no other place, no other place, no other place. I've been rolling with him too long. I've come, I don't know who I'm talking to, but I've come too far to turn around. And I don't believe he brought me this far. I just don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. I just don't believe he would have me doing this every day and every night. I don't believe he would have me in school after school and Zoom after Zoom and video after video. I don't believe that I would make the sacrifice, in whether I'm in the States or whether I'm in the Bahamas or whether I'm in Dubai, to do these broadcasts every day and then not to be working. And even if the numbers don't match what I think they should match, I'm going to be faithful and committed. And I just believe that my name is written down, and I believe I'm making an impact, and I believe that I'm changing not just your life, but the generation's lives, because when you change how you see things and how you minister and how you partner with people and all of that kind of stuff. You change how you sow, you change your commitment to your local assembly. All, I just believe that I'm making a difference. And that's what gets me up every single day. I got to make a difference. I gotta make a difference. I take it seriously. I shower and everything. I smell good. I know y'all can't smell it, but I be smelling good. Some days I have a full face. Other days I do the basics, but I, try to keep it together. I called my mom yesterday, and I'm ending. I called my mom yesterday, and I was in the bed. First of all, when we put our little bonnet thing on, we look exactly alike. So, and we have our glasses on, and we look like we're looking at each other. So we look the exact same. My kids come in talking about, you, oh my God, you look just like my mom. So when we FaceTime, we're like looking in the mirror. So my mom is there, and I'm there. And so I was laying in the bed, and I was working, finishing up my book. And my mom said, "How you? I just saw you on Ridiculous Faith, and you was all fine. How you?" I'm like, "Listen, okay, that was for that, and now I'm going to stay in the bed until later, and do some work, and I'm gonna get comfortable." But the point that I'm making is I prepare. I don't take my assignment lightly. I don't take what God tells me to do lightly. If nobody comes, I'll be right here singing, fussing. Where the people at? I'm right here on my assignment, because I understand he could call anybody, but he chose you. Do you understand? I'm gonna end with this. He listened to this. He could have chose anybody for your dreams, but he chose you. Now don't make him regret the call. Don't make them regret choosing you because you're so unfaithful and uncommitted. And I'm trying to be nice, because I would normally say trifling, you know, but I'm trying to be. I've been trifling sometimes. I'm like, God, they hung him high, they stretched him wide. He hung his head for me, that's love. You can't just remember that during Easter when I don't feel like doing it. When haters are saying negative things, can I remember that Calvary can't compare to my critics? Come on, somebody write that down for me. Calvary can't compare to my critics. I could care less what people say. People won't have something to say. Calvary can't compare to my critics, and so as long as, listen, I'm gonna just do what God called me to do without wavering. Don't I get to have a bed? No, you don't. You don't have to. Listen, Calvary can't compare. If it can't compare to Calvary, then what we talking about? If you don't get yourself up and get motivated to do all that is written, to do all that is written, to do. That's what Joshua 1:8 says. Then you'll make your way prosperous. Then you'll have good success. I want to pray for you today that your productivity goes to the next level. You're talking about finishing up a book or something like that. If you just wrote a page a day, you make it. You listen, sis. Look here. You're making it too deep. You're making it. Talk it through. Talk it through. There's an app that you can do. It's free app on Android. I don't know what's on Apple. That's your business to find out. But on I think it's called Live. Live transcribe. Live transcribe. You talk it in there. Talk your book in there. Just like you're talking, and it'll write it out. If you don't know what to talk to write out your book, think about the subject on your book. I don't know why God is leading me here. Think about the subject matter of your book, right? Whether it's prayer or whatever it is. And write down, this is what I did for my son when he wrote his book at 13 years old. Now I'm trying to punk you. A 13-year-old did it. And what? 13, he was 13. And I wrote out questions that people would ask. His book is called Never Too Young to Be Great. And I wrote 100 questions of what I thought kids would ask him. What does it feel like to be a child prodigy musician? And when you couldn't go outside when other people was because you had to practice and all that, well, how did you feel? And all that kind of stuff. And I just wrote the questions out and he just answered them. You could literally write every subject, every question that somebody would have about your subject matter, or everything that you want to tell people about your subject matter, write it in question form, literally answer it, and it will type it out for you. You can send it to somebody and they can put it in book form. You're just making excuses. Now you talk my head off about the subject, but you can't talk into a phone. I'm confused. Huh? Huh? Live transcribe on Apple too. Okay. Listen, you talk my head off on the subject because and I just thought, and I'm like, you could be recording this so we could be. Just get it done. Just get it done. Just get it done. It's like everything else. It gets easier after the first one is done. You'll be like, oh, I was tripping. You ever do something? You'll be like, I made it. Okay. I was making it out to be too much. Get more productive. Give yourself deadlines. Give yourself homework. The problem with your productivity is that you can't get in trouble. So if you don't do it, nobody suffers but you, or so you think. But you don't understand the kingdom of God is at hand. People need what you have, and you refuse to let it out. Okay, I'm done. Did I mess with y'all? I'm so sorry. Not sorry. Let's give. You said I'm paying for this beating. Yes, yes. Show God He can trust you because you're gonna pay because you understand that the word cuts going in and going out, and this was one of the days that you needed to be in so that you could get more productive. All right, PM Global One. Cash App is PM Global One. PayPal is PM at PastorMonica.com. Zelle is Lady M Haskell at AOL.com. Um, I'm gonna make you proud. I'm doing some things that I think you're gonna be so proud. And I'm so excited about my life. I'm excited about what God is doing in my life. But He's not just trying to make me a poster child so you could be like, ooh, ah. It's for you to participate and say, oh, I got some of those things on the inside of me. And if He could do it for her, He could do it for me. He could do it for me. Um, Everybody around me is supposed to be prosperous. Everybody around me is supposed to live another level of lifestyle. But I can't make you do it. I cannot make you do it, Marquis. I can't make you do it. I can expose you to it and I can give you some strategies, but I can't make you do it every day and every night. I don't always feel like it, but man, if every one of your streams was way over 6 figures, every one of them, wouldn't it be worth it? Well, you can't wait till it get there because it'll never get there if you never work for it. Now that I'm working, I'm like, dang, even that is 6 figures. I'm like, I'm trying to get them all to 7 figures. That's why masterclass is going to be crazy. If y'all don't come to masterclass, you don't really want it. Masterclass this year is called Road to Millions. Period. So I love y'all so much. I'm headed out. I pray for you guys. Have you sown your seed? Have you sown your seed? You're sowing into productive ground. You're sowing into good ground. Everybody sow something. Sow something. PM Global One is the Cash App. PayPal is PM at PastorMonica.com. Zelle is Lady M Haskell at AOL.com. All right, I'm making moves for the kingdom. I'm making moves for the kingdom. You'll see in just a moment. I'm making moves for the kingdom. It's all for the kingdom. It's all for the glory of God. I love y'all so much, and I will see y'all tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow. Right? And tomorrow, what's tomorrow? I don't know what day it is. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I will see you hump day, Wednesday. I will see you tomorrow. I love you guys so much. Have a great day. Those of you coaches, I'll see you tonight on the screen, ready to work. You like, well, you in the Bahamas. Didn't we just talk about this? I'm gonna go on my tour. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna take a nap. And then I'm gonna be ready for class tonight. Why? Because I got work to do. All right. Peace. I'm sowing again in a minute. That's what I'm talking about. An again seed. She's like, I need to get my life. I need to get my life. It was already purchased on Calvary, but I need to get it. All right. I love you. Bye.